Hi everyone. In this series of lecture, we will be using Tmolex, that is graphical user interface for Turbomole, for making several quantum chemistry calculation. Here we will start with electron affinity calculation. So as we know, this electron affinity is the energy required to add an extra electron to neutral atom or molecule, and it is calculated using energy difference between neutral molecule and its anion. For example, if you wanted to calculate the electron affinity for any of the halogens, example chlorine. So we are going to take the neutral atom of chlorine and its anionic form, that is Cl negative, and going to calculate the energy difference between its anionic form and the neutral form. Then we will get the electron affinity for that particular atom or molecule we can also compute for. So how we are going to do that? We can import the coordinate file, we can open in 3D molecular builder or draw it. But right now, as we will go to the open 3D molecular builder, we have these building blocks. If we wanted to go for calculations for molecules, we have already few of the predefined molecules which are listed up here. But we will go to atoms, and suppose if we wanted to go for some halogen atom, for example chlorine, I'll just go a little bit downside as I want only a single chlorine atom. I'll select it here. We can go for the pre-optimization, but I wouldn't because it's only a single atomic entity. That's why. So I'll close it. As in the other software, first you need to calculate the energy for its neutral form, then for the anionic form, then you have to check the difference between both of them to get the electron affinity. But here talking about in this particular software, we can only define the neutral form of that particular chlorine or element or atom, or it can be molecule, and it will automatically calculate that what will be the energy difference when we add one, or it will be converted to its anionic form, and the energy difference between the anionic and the neutral form will be calculated. So once we go to the atomic attributes, calculation for the basis set. So as we know, this anionic electron will be in the valence shell. So we can't use any sort of basis set or simpler basis set, that is SVP. So we are going to use a little bit of bigger basis set so that it can capture the polarization as well as diffusion. So I will go for the triple zeta valence polarized. So this is double polarized diffusion. So I can go for this particular basis set. Using the molecular attributes, I can generate the molecular orbital. If you want, you can define the charge also here. But as I've said, that if you define the neutral molecule only, it will automatically calculate the difference between the neutral and its anionic form and give you the electron affinity for it. Talking about the methods, of course, you can go for some sort of higher level theory. But here I'll go for the post-Hartree-Fock method, which can also capture the electron correlation. So that is MP2, which I'm going to define up here. When I go to the start job section, so here all sorts of different jobs definition which has been given. So here, as we are not going to optimize this structure because it is only a single atomic entity of chlorine. So we can do for the spectra calculations or whatsoever depending on the calculations you wanted to make. But as here I wanted to go for calculation of electron affinity or ionization energy. So here you can select, I selected the electron affinity. You can define the number of CPUs which you wanted to use. So suppose if there is 4 CPUs which I wanted to use for this calculation, and I'll run it local, I can save this job. Once after saving this job, the job will start. So here I already ran few of the jobs previously, that's why it is showing few of the jobs. But if you are using it for the first time, it will be all clear. So as you can see, the optimization has been started, then they have start to calculate the results. So it will hardly take few seconds as this atom, there is only a single atom. Yeah, so it has been calculated. We got the electron affinity. Now in the next session, we will see that how we can go for analyzing these results for the electron affinity and what it tells. So thank you so much for attending this lecture. Stay tuned, share, subscribe and like this video.